Yamandumarang, I hope you're still well, or that you're well today. Um, my name's Alison Barnes, and I'm a proud Wiradjuri woman, and this is video 3. As always, I'd like to offer an acknowledgement of country and my respects to the Darug and Gundungurra people who are the traditional custodians of the land I'm sitting on today. Um, in Darug, because in the second video, I talked about the importance of language and understanding and developing a relationship with the country that you're on, even if it isn't your country. So in Darug, there's a saying, Yamana Budgeri Gumaji, which means to walk with good spirit. In Wiradjuri, we have a practice called Yindiyamara, which means, in its simplest form, it means respect, but the longer form is that you walk with respect to all living things slowly across country. So walk with good spirit across country kind of seems like a beautiful way to connect the country of my birth and the country of my ancestors. So, yeah, let's keep moving on. So today we're talking about home and what it means for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. So what is home? Take a moment to reflect on what makes home for you. Is it the place, the people, the location, the community, pets, safety, memories? It's an emotional connection, isn't it? It's a feeling of belonging. It's a feeling of safety and security. It's emotional, how we feel about our homes and the place that we think of as home. This is from an article by Habitat for Humanity, and one of the people who was quoted in that argument is this lady called Kathy, and she says, home is important for 3 words: safety, security, and stability. Did your home, the home you grew up in, maybe you still lived there, did your home have those things? Was it safe, secure, and stable? What did your parents have to do to make that happen for you? A lot of reflection in this, not a lot of actual information. So when you don't have a home, what do you think that means to you as a child growing up to not have a home? The children, grandchildren, and future generations of the stolen generations may experience disconnection from their extended families and culture and carry high levels of stress. This creates a cycle of trauma known as intergenerational trauma, where the impact is passed from one generation to the next. Epigenetics tells us that that high level of stress that may have been experienced by our parents or grandparents or even great-grandparents actually changes our DNA. It influences the very essence of who we are. So home, super important. What do you think, if you don't have a home, what do you think that means to your childhood? Oh, I've gone too far. Story of my life. Let me just find the right slide, because housing and home are not the same thing. And when you're a kid and you're housed somewhere rather than in a home, or have somewhere that you think of as home, how do you think that impacts you? This is the first house that was ever mine, that my name appeared on the deed. And I sweated blood for that house. I worked so hard to make it home, to make it feel like home. But it wasn't just the house. I'd lived in this same street for roughly 15 years, moving between three different houses, it wasn't just the house, the building, it was the community that I lived in. It was the place that I lived in. It was, you know, saying, having shopkeepers know me by name and know my order when I went into the cafe. It was going to the pub and a beer would be on the bar before I even walked across the pub. People knew my dogs in the park. People, like I made, if I baked something, I always took some cake or whatever I was making into the lady next door because she did have a little bit of a sweet tooth and she was very old and didn't bake for herself anymore. Um, it home was not just the building, it was the community and the people I lived with. It was feeling safe in my community because I knew if I was being followed home, if I was walking the dogs after dark and I was being followed home, I knew all the houses I could knock on their doors. And in my street, um, I could knock and get help. If something bad happened to me, I knew my neighbors would come and help me. I was sick, my neighbors came and brought food. Um, our house was damaged in a hailstorm, and my neighbors came to help. You know, it's the community. It's not just the building. The building helped because I was able to make it my own and do work on it and make it comfortable and, right for me. But it was also the community, the people, the emotional connections I had in that place. If you don't have those, if you can't have those, if if you don't have those things, oh, if you don't have those things and you can't have them because you can't live in the same house for more than 6 months at a time because it's a private rental, or you have to bounce around a bit because you don't have the capacity to buy your own home, it takes away some of that security. The foundations get a bit rickety, a bit unstable. Anyway, that's housing and home. They're not the same. A lot of reflection in this. So have a think about um, what makes home for you. We'll talk about it in class, I'm sure. Go away, you.